Hi guys, this is Coach Aidil from Z Math Academy. Today I will do a lecture on Introduction to Algebra, where most of our Sec 1 students will be learning this in school. And I have two examples here taken from assessment book. So before I show you how to do this question, let's first understand some basics in algebra. For question 5a, we must understand that the sign positive belongs to b square and the negative sign belongs to this minus abc. They are both inseparable. Okay, so when we do the substitution of the numbers, we must take note of all these signs. So another further explanation is a square means a multiplied by a. Same goes for b square, whereas abc square means a times b times c. Okay, so if we understand this, then we are now going to try to solve this question by replacing the values of a with the numbers given above. So for part A, we have a equals to 4. So since it is a times a, let's put that number in a bracket like this. This is our a square plus b square. B is 3, so I have put a 3 in the bracket with a square outside, and not forgetting my negative sign, followed by a, which is 4, b is 3, and c is minus 5. So this is my minus 5 minus 5. At this stage, we must not forget to put the brackets for these two terms, especially because they have the negative sign. Okay, so this is equals 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9. This is a minus 4 times 3 times minus 5 times minus 5. So let's do this first. This is the 4, this is the 3. Negative 5 multiplied by negative 5 is 25. Okay, we must remember that when you have two negative signs meeting each other, it becomes a positive sign. So it's a positive 25 now. So we will have 16 plus 9 is a 25. Negative times by positive is a negative. Negative multiplied by another positive is a negative, and negative and positive is also a negative. So 4 times 3 times 25 is a minus 300. That gives us a value or an answer of negative 275. Okay, so the learning lesson here, we must not forget that when two negatives meet each other, it becomes a positive. And when we evaluate this the answers here, we must know that there is a 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. 12 multiplied by 25 is a 300, but we must remember this is a negative. So this is how we do question 5a. Let's take a look at question 5b. We have 15abc multiplied by ab divided by c. How I will do this question is I will actually combine these two fractions, or I will combine these two terms, 15abc and the ab over c, to get 15 a square b square c over or divided by c. Okay, and I will get 15. I'm going to substitute the values of a, b, and c respectively. So a is a 4, so this is a 4 square. B is a 3 square, and c is minus 5 over, this is a minus 5, again inside the brackets. And this will be equal to, since I've got two minus 5's here, I've got a negative 5 and a negative 5 here, it is okay for me to cancel out these terms, because all of them are in multiplication mode. So I will just evaluate the answers here. So this is 15 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9. So this gives me an answer of 2160. Okay. So that's how we do question 5b, but there is an alternative solution or an alternative method to solve this question. So I will go through the alternative method on the next slide. As mentioned in the previous slide, there is an alternative method to solve question 5b. So now I will show you how. Basically, we do not combine the two algebra terms. So literally, we are going to substitute the values. So it goes by 15 multiplied by a, which is 4, b is 3, and c is negative 5, multiplied by a is 4 times by 3 divided by negative 5, not forgetting the brackets for all these terms. So when we evaluate the answers for this one, we are going to get a negative 900 multiplied by 12 over minus 5. And negative 900 multiplied by 12 gives you a negative 10,800 divided by negative 5. So let's take a look. We have a negative sign here and a negative sign here. When two negative numbers divided by each other, you will get a positive number. So your answer finally will be 2160, the same as how we did it in the previous method. Okay, so I've shown you two example questions with three different methods of finding the value of the expressions. Okay, so I hope to see you in other lectures, and till then, see you again.